Get ready for a perfectly good time. This is our review of Calico.
Calico is a pattern building, tile laying puzzle game where your goal is to make the most comfortable quilt and get the most points. Each player starts off with a quilt board and 3 design goal tiles.
On each player's turn, they will draw 1 tile from the 2 in their hand and play it on their board. Then they will draw a new one from the 3 tiles in the market.
Players continue playing tiles and drawing tiles until each player has filled in their entire quilt.
Players will earn points based on the patterns that they make with their tiles.
The design goal tiles will give players 3 parameters to meet in order to earn points.
Players can also earn points by matching the cat scoring tiles and earning cat tokens.
Players can also earn button tokens by matching groups of 3 of the same color.
At the end of the game, the players add up all their points, and the player with the most points wins. I saw this game all over social media, and we're big cat fans. Juliana and I have 2 cats, so because of those cats, we had to get it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. When I first saw this game, I tend to judge a book by its cover, right? So on here, even when we did the unboxing, it was like, all right, it's a cat, and don't get me wrong, I like cats, but then it was like, oh, and there's Quilt. And I'm like, what?
But don't let the box fool you. It's basically a puzzle game. Yes, the theming is cats and quilts and buttons and things like that, but it's still an abstract puzzle game where you're trying to match shapes and match colors to earn points. The materials are top-notch. The quilt boards are dual layered. You take your tile pieces and you play them directly in the quilt board. They're just cut out so they fit in snugly. So when you get to the end of the game, you know that you're done because you can't fit any more tiles on your board.
And I really like that aspect of it because you're putting all the tiles into place, and as soon as you put that last one in, it's like, done, my masterpiece.
Understanding the game is easy, but playing the game is a little bit more complicated because you only have 2 tiles in your hand on each turn, and you have to pick between the 2, and you're trying to match them up depending on what your parameters are on your design tiles. So you got to put them in your quilt board somehow so that you can earn the most points, either based on colors or patterns. So even though you know what you need to do, that doesn't necessarily mean that you can do what you know what you need to do.
In the very beginning, when you're selecting your goal tiles, it's very important to kind of read and think about what you have to do because some is going to be harder than the other. So if you pick a bunch of hard ones, then you're going to have a tough time trying to earn those points.
But it's not the end of the world if you don't accomplish all of your design goal tiles because there are other ways of scoring points. There's the cat scoring tile, which offers patterns that you can match, and you can either do them 5 touching each other, 3 in a row, or some kind of design. And in one of the games that we played, Teresa actually won by just getting all the 11-point cats. So even if she didn't have all of her design goal tiles completed, she had so many cats worth so many points that she couldn't be caught.
When we were learning it, Kenny said, "This is going to be very hard to do." And she said, "Challenge accepted."
Each quilt board is also asymmetrical. They're all different on the patterns and the colors. You can use the patterns and the colors on the sides to make your patterns and colors. So each player has different ones. They're drawing different patterns and colors. They're playing them. They all have different design goals. So each player is playing their own game. It's not the same for everybody that's playing.
As it goes around and each player takes their turn, there is that chance where one player might mess up what you were going to do next because there's 3 tiles that are community, and once it's your turn and you can draw, if they take that before and you're like, that was the tile I wanted.
The box says 10 and up, and that's about right, but you could probably go younger, maybe 8 and up. It's not that complicated to learn, but it's nothing more than what chess is. So if your kid can play chess, your kid can play this game.
And if not, just matching colors and patterns and just putting them all together and filling the board, it's probably going to be rewarding for them too. Overall, I'm going to give Calico a 7. Now, I haven't played that many puzzle tile laying games, but the cat theming and the quilts, I guess, won me over.
Overall, I'm going to give the game an 8. I love the puzzle aspect. I like trying to match the colors and the patterns and trying to see how many points you can get. I wish the cat theming was a little bit more integrated in the game. Yeah, you're matching the cat and you're placing cats down, but it's not really about cats. Not even a Calico on the box. But still, I give it an 8.
And Teresa gives it a 10.
And Juliana gives it an 8. And that was our review of Calico.
What'd you think? What are some other puzzle games that we might be able to get into? Let us know in the comments below.
And if you're enjoying all of the content that you're watching on our channel, our cats would really appreciate it if you would subscribe.
Until next time, I'm Lee.
And I'm Kenny.